Hello everybody, this is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, and seems like TikTok has decided to give me 10 minutes instead of 3. So this is my logo, the Phoenix Rising or the Phoenix Rampant, and as I say all the time, it's very appropriate for what we're going through right now. And I do appreciate it, TikTok, but three minutes was fine. So this is for August 22nd, 2023, a general update, what's happening on this day psychically. I will use my cards because sometimes I just need something to prime the well. So the first card that I pulled, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. I thought the first card was Judgment. But you look at my Judgment. It's a Pied Piper calling people into the light. So you're coming out of the darkness into the light. And the Judgment, well, we know better. We know there's no such thing as judgment. We personally will judge ourselves. But when it comes to the energy of the universe, there's no judgment. And if there was, the judgment would be, we've done quite well, and we're moving into something that's quite wonderful. At least the people who have chosen to move to the higher dimensions. And I'm talking about the new earth, or the second earth. It depends what you call it. But we're beginning to see things with clarity. We see things and we go, oh yeah, I don't believe that anymore. And we're moving away from being lambs, and we are choosing to make our own way. There are a couple of things that are happening this day. I've got these two cards. I like to get the negative out of the way quickly. 7 of Cups. It's not really negative. It's just simply, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. I'm not quite sure what direction I'm supposed to go with this. But I'm going to do it anyhow. Because I know, and you know, that there's always going to be a way. When it's the right time, you will walk forward with confidence, right? So another card was the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords it's pretty much the same card. You've got a narrow vision. You can't see where you're going, but all you have to do is step out of yourself, look at yourself from a third-party perspective, and open your shoulds and musts and get rid of them. We don't need shoulds and musts. Because the universe, you ask the universe for help. You ask the universe for, say, $1 million. You say, this is what I have. This is what I want. This is what I want my life to look like. And you leave it to the universe. And it doesn't mean we stop working, but when the universe gives you nods, you take them. You don't go, no, I'm waiting for the universe to take me there. The universe is taking you there, but you still have to work for it. It's not a bad thing. How do you figure it out? In this case, you get the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, for what I call this card, when it's a group reading, instead of an individual, I read it as an energy. And the energy of the King of Cups is to be very intuitive, but more like the far-sighted kind of intuition, where you go look for the answer. You get out and you intuitively look for the answer, and then you go with it. Actually, there were a lot of fairly negative cards, but they all have a positive outing. So this is the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords recently has been most of the swords and slings and arrows that we've been receiving are in the past. They're behind us. We're moving into the light. So when you feel like you have a lot of negative energy hanging on, realize that this is because it's coming to an end. I know personally when I work with people lately, there has been a lot of cursing energy that goes back maybe 20 generations. And that's what I've been working on the last couple of weeks, is people who are dealing with curses. What happens when you deal with curses? Well, you go back to the generation that it started at. You unravel the DNA, because it does get involved in our physical energies. And we try to right the wrong that happened way back when. And sometimes it's not us. Sometimes our family actually wronged somebody. But in other cases, they're just, for instance, there's one lady, her great ancestor played fast and loose with a woman's heart. Okay, that's a different thing, but many of the times it is because somebody's been angry with you, but not necessarily your fault energy. So we go back, we try to write the energy back then, and remember, everything's happening at once. So when you go back, expect to see these people in the energies, but real, alive, still at that time. Okay, so what this will do when we allow all this energy to shift out, it will bring us to the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands brings us up to a higher vibration. We feel more invigorated, we feel more alive. And because we feel more alive and invigorated, we have to be very careful to remain grounded, because what we're here for is to help the earth rise up. If we're not grounded, we're not holding on and helping the earth rise, we're being airy-fairy, woo-woo, and that has its place. Sometimes we want to go out and have fun, but daily, everyday energy, we want to remain grounded. And when we're grounded, then we get things done. And that will take us on a new journey. It really will. And the new journey, and I love the Fool card, because anything is possible. Your whole life shifts and changes. And when you get rid of old energy, like energy from curses, it's very probable your whole life will lighten up, will brighten up, and good things will start to come to you. But with the Fool card, you have the choice to do what you want. And maybe for years you've been a corporate CEO, and then you get the curses taken off and you go, I don't like that life, I want something better. And you find something that is more amenable to you, that gives you a stronger sense of joy and happiness. And we want to lean heavy into joy and happiness. We really do. Happiness is different from joy, by the way. Happiness is a sine wave. We're happy, we're not. We're happy, we're not. Joy is that strength of energy that just sits down the center of your spine, and when you need to be pulled back into alignment, you hold on to it, and you know that you are in joy, because you know you have chosen the right pathway. You've done the right thing for yourself. So you want to find joy, and it's that I know I'm right. I know this is what I'm supposed to do. And I've got 50 seconds left, so I'm going to call it a quits. But we will bring in fresh energy, so we want to bring in the fresh energy. By doing that, we release old energy. We can't take it with us, so we release it. Namaste, namasko. I love you, and you I do love.